Everyone's complaining about Moobot spam. Okay, welcome to a 1v1 on Stalingrad. This game's going to be 40 cake in the south as Soviets against Delta Deluxe playing as Osther. In the north, we've got loadout does not matter because Soviet Shock Army has already been chosen. And Delta Deluxe is going, oh, I know this one. German mechanized. Yes, German mechanized. German infantry and Jaeger armor. Damn it. These are tough. I never get those. Alright, German mechanized and German infantry. German infantry has the that black hat, the visor. He looks pretty mad. He's like, oh, I'm so non-viable. I'm so upset that nobody picks me. I cost too much munitions. I don't like it. I'm very upset about this. They all look pretty upset, though. Soviet Shock Army seems like he's got a more positive outlook on life. He's like, I'm pretty good. People pick me sometimes. I don't have any calling tanks, but like that's okay. I'm still pretty solid, honestly.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
So that's my interpretation of their facial expressions. Conscripts working on the fuel over here on the right side. Combat engineers moving to take the strategic point. And Delta Deluxe is going with an extra Pio in his opening, and then floating a ton of manpower and like standing in his base with this squad. So, yeah, not a very strong opening from Delta Deluxe. Not sure what exactly his plan is. Maybe he's just gonna wait for tier 2 and then spam Panzer Grenadiers. I don't even know. I wonder if that works. Probably not. Red Wings, here's a strategy for you to try. Make only 2 Pios and try and capture as much territory as you can with them. Go straight to Battle Phase 1, then build 2 Tier 2 structures and spam Panzer Grenadiers as fast as you can. See how that treats you. If anybody can pull it off, it's Red Wings. Stream it too, so everybody can watch. Pio's working on the fuel point over here on the right side. He's experiencing a surprising amount of success. Alright, he's not doing that though. I guess he just didn't know what he wanted. Now he's queuing up to a Grenadier and G42 simultaneously. This squad of Pios is still AFK in his base. Just working on the right side with just these 2 squads. There is green cover right here from this bus. He could maybe consider standing in that rather than just standing out here in the open. Conscript's just gonna walk up and kill him. Alright, well, he should now probably retreat. There he goes, he knows about the retreat key, so that's a good sign. The squad will retreat. These 2 squads of conscripts engaging the Pios, and they will take the fuel before also being forced to retreat. Conscripts should be able to get this fuel under control. And we're going to see tier 2 from 40 cake making his way. Why would he not capture this? There's a fuel point right there. Don't you want it, 40 cake? Where are you going? Okay, now he remembered. Oh, right, there's fuel over there. I'm gonna go capture that. And there he goes with both squads. Doesn't really need to send both squads. Capture that point. You don't capture any faster with multiple squads. Fun fact. Maxim set up on the road right here. Conscripts moving to take something. Skipping right past that strategic point. No attempt by either player to take anything on the left, by the way. Just 5 minutes into the game, this fuel point hasn't even been touched. 3 squads sitting AFK in the Osther base now. Battle Phase 1 is in production.
Production upgrade accomplished.
Grenadiers working on the munitions. Nobody has secured building control. This building is like extremely important on this map. Neither player's even hopped inside. Not a single time. Conscripts losing this engagement. They could have stood in this green cover right here. Honestly, they probably should have won this. Stepped into the capture circle to try to turn the engagement in his favor. Grenadiers got some pretty lucky volleys. These conscripts move into the capture circle almost. Again, by the way, if you would just hop in this building, there's no way you cannot engage cost effectively with building cover. Now he's gonna retreat 2 conscript squads from 1 grenadier squad. Man, terrible series of engagements. Being forced to retreat by a squad of grenadiers sitting in a capture circle. Conscripts will finally win this engagement. I think. Man, that squad of grenadiers dropped so many conscript models by himself. Value grenadiers. Vet 1 already. Fresh squad of grenadiers making his way up to the front line to assist in engagements. But he will get caught by the Maxim, which is still guarding this approach and gets suppressed pretty much immediately. Shock troops have been fielded by 40k, building himself tier 1 and tier 2. It's a lot of fuel, but he's not really going for calling tanks later, so it will hurt his ability to field high-tech core units, but it'll also give him access to the scout car, I guess, maybe, or penals if he wants a flamethrower. He's already got shock troops. I don't know if he really needs... I don't know why he would build tier 1. That doesn't even make any sense, honestly. Penal Battalion is worse than shock troops. The sniper is just going to struggle on this map to find a line. And the scout car is just late at this point. Delta Deluxe continuing to field only tier 1 units, going with the medic bunker upgrade here in his base. Couple AFK squads. I'm pretty sure that Pio squad has not even moved since they built this bunker. Pretty sure that they have not even moved. So, alright. There they go. Whoa, I caught it on camera. Maxim available down here in the south. Conscripts taking control of this strategic point. MG42 setting up somewhere. Gonna point west. Setting up in the green cover. These 2 squads get suppressed. MG42 moving up to engage from this angle with grenadier support. There are shock troops available over here, and it's 8 minutes into the game and nobody has taken any of these 4 points. The munitions and fuel and victory point remain completely uncontested by both players. 8 minutes into the game. Wow, that is something. That is something. M3 moving. To this area. 40k looks like he might be about to play Peter style, using shocks and an M3 to counter Pios, although that wasn't a very good maneuver. I think he's just gonna die. Alright, sat in front of an MG for too long, and it's dead. I was hoping we were gonna see some shocks and an M3 this game. But unfortunately, it seems that shocks and an M3 is just that's pros only. Pros only.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands. Enemy contact! They've opened up on us!
PPSHs have been upgraded on all of these conscripts. They need to move into the retreat path of this blob, though. They should run into the retreat path, not straight towards it. They could wipe some stuff if they would get into the retreat path. Honestly, all of this should have retreated on sight. They're gonna get wiped anyway because of that late retreat. Like, why would you stick around in this engagement? Look how many bad guys there are here. You can't win this with 1 squad of Pios. Again, if he had just walked into the retreat path, all of that stuff is dead. Well, actually, that being said, there's an MG42 defending the retreat path, so he would have had to toss a smoke grenade to negate suppression. Probably could have wiped everything. But there's an LMG42 on the ground over there, just saying you should give it to the conscripts, not the shock troops. Although, I guess I don't know if they can pick it up. Giving it to shock troops is just weird, because then they don't make sense at any range. They become... I mean, the shock troops you need to use on the move at short range. The LMG42 can't be fired on the move, and it doesn't do that much at short range. Well, I mean, it does, but it just makes more sense to put on conscripts than to put on shock troops, really. Then again, with PPSHs upgraded, I guess I don't even really know where that weapon makes sense. You can put it on this penal battalion, that would have been cool. That would have been very cool. Cap the fuel? No, fuck that. He doesn't need fuel. It's Stalingrad. Infantry only. Maybe they agreed beforehand to just field like... Oh, well, there's a light vehicle right there. Yeah, that's old meta. Very old school. Going for fuel points. This is the new meta. I'm astounded that nobody has captured the left. This point is next to 40K's base. He hasn't sent a single squad. Like, wow. 12 full minutes, hasn't sent a single squad over there? That blows my mind. Uh-oh, satchel charge. No dodge on the satchel. There it goes. Countering scout cars with satchel charges. See? That's not easy, trust me. I bet I could play 100 games in a row as Soviets and never manage to do that. Boom. Scout car countered. Pretty serious plays going on here.
Pioneers awaiting orders. That's everyone.
Replay. Worst replay you have ever seen. You clearly haven't been watching my stream for that long then. This replay is not even that bad. It's really not. Maxim protecting. Panzer Grenadiers will be shut down. They should probably retreat at some point. I'm sure he'll get around to retreating. Meanwhile, this blob is just waiting for the opportune moment to strike. There's a whole ton of territory over here that's still not been contested. Just gonna hang out over here with some infantry. Going for a flanking maneuver here behind these two team weapons. That'll work. Shock troops could throw a smoke grenade and just assault frontally if they wanted to, but whatever. This'll get the job done. Anti-tank guns about to get cleared. Shock troops probably could have advanced from this angle. And these two squads need to close into short range. PPSH upgrades not much good at this range. Just kind of standing over here. One of his squads just got wiped, and these two get suppressed. Another one just got wiped, just by vanilla Grens and suppression. That was probably the worst executed flank I've ever seen. Wow. That was terrible. This anti-tank gun has 5 infantry kills because of the clumping. 5 kills on infantry from a pack. Oh man. The plays. Field gun getting charged by grenadiers over here. Maxim needs to rotate. About to get flanked by grenadiers, just walking right up and killing it. I think. I don't know. This grenadier squad may not even be sufficient to win this engagement because of all of the support guys on the weapon teams. Yeah, I think they're gonna lose this. Just the team weapons aren't even moving or responding. I don't know. I can't tell. Field gun's going down pretty quick. I guess the Grens are gonna win. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. If the Maxim would just move. There it goes. Grenadiers, of course, do not react to that Maximus movements at all. Shock troops and penal battalion. There we go. He's just gonna retreat. No, it's probably the right call. Pretty nice flank, I guess. Decrease the field gun. Grenadiers finally working on this munitions point for the first time. On either side gonna work on the munitions. 15 minutes in. Things are pretty quiet now.
We have taken it. How can we help?
Grenadiers moving over to the left side. Continue taking some territory over there. Otherwise, everything pretty much idle. 6 command points have been accrued. 16 minutes into the game. If you're not sure how slow of a game that is, just compare that to Paradox vs. Civ during Star-Crossed Kings, where there was a 17-minute IS-2, which is an 11 command point unit. So they're about 4 command points behind in that regard. The normal pace of things.
This is now German territory.
A Stug is being queued up. Apparently he managed to collect the resources for that. I don't know if I think that is the unit that makes sense in this situation against heavy tier 2 and shock troops. And tier 1 apparently also, so pretty diverse actually. Stug is immune to small arms fire, yes, but I think an Ostwind would probably make more sense, or Panzer IV. I don't even really, to be honest, I don't even know what the Stug is meant to counter except for T-34s and Shermans and pretty much nothing else. And even then it counters them poorly. It's basically just bad against everything. I don't really know why you'd ever buy a Stug. Kind of okay against infantry, like shock troops and some penal battalions that don't have anti-tank utility. Well, this engagement's not going too well. Shock troops, don't chase, don't cut off the retreat path. Easiest 2 webs I've ever seen. I think he somehow managed to get away. Anti-tank gun completely undefended here in this center alleyway. Could be stolen by the Soviet player if he felt that that was something worth his time. Maxim defending this route and this route. Grenadiers made it all the way to the fuel point and then stopped. Just, it's good enough, I guess. They'll just hang out in this area. Panzer Grenadiers try their luck at taking on this blob. Are not successful, and will pull back to safety. Stug rolling up to the front lines, upgrading itself with an MG. And he's chosen German mechanized. Alright. Might go with an LEFH or something. I don't know. I don't honestly think that this commander has a single useful feature. I really don't. The command tank is an okay feature. Everything else is terrible. I don't even know what the smoke bombs are supposed to do. I don't think I've ever actually seen those smoke bombs make like a dramatic difference. They take a really long time to land, and it's just like smoke, and you have to spend a bunch of munitions. I guess that's a sort of decent feature. It's just like a worse version of being able to deploy smoke from your tank, I guess. Pretty sure that Stug's gonna die just sitting in front of this field gun. But hey, I got like 3 kills or something, right? Or maybe just 1. I don't know, I wasn't actually paying attention. We have lost a Panzer. Damn. I was really expecting that thing to turn the game around. Not today. Conscripts hanging out behind this wall. Ulster player not sure what to do. Oh, there he goes. Captures some more undefended territory on the left. That helps, I guess. 2 Maxims defending the center VP. This area gonna be a little difficult to break through, apparently.
Machine gun squad.
That MG42 is protecting some stuff, I guess.
You need fire support? A pack gun is ready for orders.
There's a new AT gun just in case. Tier 3 up from the Soviet player over here is going to have the resources for a tank of his own quite soon. Oster player has some anti-tank defenses set up, although this is still completely undefended. Oster is about to sink down to 50 points. He's probably going to run out of victory points even without getting triple capped, because he was double capped for the entire game. Nobody bothered to take this until he sent 1 squad of grenadiers over there. He's apparently going to flank all the way around the entire left side, take that entire area with just... Why would those conscripts retreat? They were about to wipe that grenadier squad. And the Panzer Grenadiers were pinned. Okay, apparently those conscripts make a full retreat. LMG shock troops totally gonna wipe that. Or maybe the Maxim got it. No, I'm pretty sure the LMG got it. Fuel is still in Soviet hands. Only 36 points remain. Pretty sure we can fast forward through the rest of this game since I don't really think anything's gonna happen. We might see this get wiped. Or retreat, okay. Panzer IV made it out of the field. And a T-70. T-70 driving around. 21 points left. T-70 will engage over here. You definitely need to work on your map control, by the way, if your T-70 is arriving at 23 minutes. That is a late T-70. That is a way too late T-70. Panzer IV moving to counter shock troops. He's just going to keep distracting his opponent here with random engagements while the victory points continue to tick down. Only 10 now remain. Panzer Grenadiers is gonna die. Okay. And 3, 2, 1. GG. Well, I think the biggest comment I have, other than drastically needing to improve their unit usage, is that they need to harass territory. I only saw one harassment attempt throughout the entire game, and it took 4 sectors for the whole game. The whole game. He held a munitions, fuel, victory, and strategic point because he dedicated 1 squad to harassment. Also, I think Tier 2 into Tier 1 when you've chosen Soviet Shock Army doesn't make very much sense. Could have just gone straight to Tier 3 for a much quicker T-70. And from the Osterre player, I think we need to leave German mechanized until later on when we've learned some more of the core mechanics of the game, because it's really just terrible. I would definitely suggest going with a more meta commander until you've got a better handle on things, and then you can go full Red Wings and try and adapt to a slightly different style. So, food for thought, things to consider. GG. Soviets win.